had help from Russia to steal the election. Was it that, or they knew we're in trouble with the things we're doing, we better have some misdirection? The media stuck to that narrative literally religiously. Democrats in the media then looked to Robert Mueller like he was Santa Claus, waiting for the glorious day when he would finally deliver the present that they were all desperately wanted. Oh, we've been good. And so, Santa, we promise we'll be good next year. Just kick Donald Trump out of office. And all that time, for almost 3 years, the real Ukrainian story just laid there in the corner, gathering dust. By the way, when Donald Trump is accused of doing something with Ukraine, you would think that he wouldn't have his surrogates on television, in the press room, and him on television telling the world, that's what I'm going to do. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, you don't usually do secret phone calls when you know people are writing it down. Hello? You know the Nixon tapes? They caught him because he didn't know everything in the Oval Office was being recorded. Donald Trump knew all of this, and he was on television saying it since, when was it? July of 2017. The media never questioned the possibility that Russian collusion may be wrong, or that there was more of a story than the Democrats' simple narrative. They especially didn't look into the Bidens. He just lost his son. What could there possibly be to look into? After all, this is harmless Uncle Lunchbox Joe, Obama's chief bro. Nothing to see here. I think this is one of the reasons why Barack Obama didn't endorse, because he's smart enough to know when you have new leadership in there, this whole thing can come undone. But as you can see, the narrative that the media is presenting to you, I can't say at best, it's a lie. It's just a lie. This is what happens when the media drops the ball. There is a ton to explore here. Isn't it worth everyone just taking a seat? Let's not convict them. Let's not convict Donald Trump. Just take a seat. If you care about the country, let's look at this picture. Not the tiny little snapshot that the media is obsessing over and telling you don't look anywhere else, or you are a freak conspiracy theorist that should be driven off into the woods. I think the average person, if you're honest, and, you know, there are the game players that are always for the Republicans and always for the Democrats, and they won't see anything else. I'm not one of those guys, and I don't think the rest of America is either. The media has had its official narrative, and it's usually aligned with the left's agenda, and they work overtime to discredit anything they disagree with, to stop you from doing what I asked you to do at the very beginning. Do not take my word for it. Don't take anybody's word for it. All of this stuff is out there. You have to do your own homework. The media will never lay this story out, and one of the reasons is because they can't do what I just did. They are not capable of it. They can't take something like this. I've been in the television industry now for 15 years. And the first things I was told, the American attention span is literally 30 seconds. You can't have the camera on you for more than 30 seconds. They can't handle a monologue. They won't watch it. We are breaking all kinds of records on the internet tonight. The number of people that are watching is enormous, and we've been throttled down. You think Google, YouTube, Facebook are going to help us promote this? I did this special this way because I believe the American people are good, just, and when you lay it out and tell them the facts, not everybody, but when you take these facts, you don't have to show me. I've given you all of the information on glennbeck.com. You can see the documents. You'll see all of our research. We give you an elevator pitch to your friends, and we're giving you a narrative. We cannot do this work without you. And that means a couple of things. First, I do ask, for those members of the conservative media, please, I beg you, our Constitution and our country and man's freedom worldwide is at stake. Please, I don't need to meddle with what you're doing. I don't want to make money off of you. Nothing. Please, let's start working together. Let's start supporting each other. Rush Limbaugh is an amazing talent. Bill O'Reilly is amazing. Ben Shapiro is amazing. Steven Crowder is incredible. There are new people. We don't have to join our companies or anything else, but we have to start working together. And when you have a skill, I'll promote you. I have a skill, you promote, not even me, I don't care. But please take this information and use it. You at home, you are going to be the one. I told you 10, 15 years ago, there's going to come a time that no one is going to believe anything anymore. And it sounded nuts at the time. Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. Really? How many people do you trust? Who do you really trust? You trust anybody in the media? I'm telling you, don't trust anybody in the media. Don't trust me. Trust yourself. I told you at the time, do nothing to discredit or dishonor yourself. I've done oodles of things to discredit and dishonor myself. None of us are perfect. But by the end of 2020, I believe that no one will believe anything. You won't believe your eyes. You won't believe your ears because of something called deep fakes. They are going to change the world in the next 12 months. You need to guard your credibility with your friends and family because it is, as a recovering alcoholic who lost everything, the only thing that I truly owned was my credibility. And once you've lost that, you have nothing. And that's the only thing that matters. Your friends and family are going to need to trust someone. Please don't engage in conspiracy theories. Don't engage in hyperbole. Don't engage in my way or the highway. Don't blindly support someone. Call the balls and the strikes and let the chips fall where they may. We're going to make it if we remember we're all in this together. And we need each other. And there are a few things like truth that does matter. And I don't think any of our politicians really put truth very high up on the ladder. It's the only thing that will save us. We need you also to subscribe, help us at the Blaze TV. Your subscription, those members at the Blaze TV, those people who have subscribed and been with us for years, you are the one who paid for this tonight. This is free on social media. We need you to spread it with your friends, but if you haven't subscribed, I ask that you will. We need more of this. And I ask those investigative journalists that want to do more of this to please join us. You don't have to come under our umbrella, but please. We need people who will actually do the work, who know how to do these things. I'm not a journalist. I can just put things together myself by looking at facts. But I don't know how to get people over the Ukraine to talk. The Democratic playbook is to make it look like Trump is the cause of all the chaos. He is the ultimate boogeyman to the left. And while he loves and thrives in chaos, he is not the cause of chaos. The reality is they hate and fear him because he exposes them. This is a winner-take-all. If they make this about the phone call and Joe Biden, all of the rest of this machine that they've built is good as gold. It will last and it will go on. I don't see a knight in shining armor anywhere. But I will tell you this, the one thing this president does is he knows how to go nose to nose with his opponents on the left, on the right, and especially the media. And they can't stand it because they know better. He will not take their abuse sitting down, and that's what a lot of Americans love about him. The entire strategy of the progressive left in the U.S. involves chaos. I told you again 2 things. 10 years ago, when Obama leaves office, there will eventually be an investigation, and you will see what's under the surface is massive, so much bigger than Watergate. I also told you, don't stand with anyone who causes chaos or wants chaos, because chaos destroys all of it. And everybody seems to be engaging in chaos. Do not do that. The reason why people want chaos is because they're ready to give you the cure for chaos. But in order to give people their cure, they also have to have a virus, and their virus is chaos. We see it with impeachment. Why go through the chaos of an impeachment process when the election's around the corner? So the Democrats can prove and provide the cure. Trump, no matter what you think of him, is a significant stumbling block to Democrats. To make America a socialist nation, you have to remove that presidential check on what I believe are insane policies. And for many Democrats, it goes beyond just removing Trump to clear the path for their own power. They also must get rid of him before they are exposed. And I want you to know, I don't believe this is known, and people don't want to believe this if they are with the Democratic Party. They don't want to believe this, and I understand that. Nobody wants to think that the people they've supported are this corrupt. Ukraine is a nuclear explosion for the Democratic Party. Donald Trump is sniffing around way too much, way too close for comfort. They cannot allow him to light a fuse on a powder keg. So this isn't about politics. This isn't about the next election, who occupies the Oval Office, Donald Trump or Joe Biden. I don't care about the Democrats or Republicans, but I do care deeply about our country, and we are in trouble. I do care about the grotesque things that we are doing in other countries on both sides. I don't think the Republicans are clean on corruption. I care about rooting the corruption that is rotting our foundation. If we do not stop this corruption in its tracks, it will only gain momentum, and we will be Ukraine in the end. Is that the kind of government and politics and nation we want to pass on to our children? I not only ask, I pray that there's enough Americans left that can take a deep breath, keep calm, and carry on. And enough Americans that you will be able to reach, that you can just say, just look at this. Just look at this. You don't have to convict. You just have to say, there's a reasonable doubt. This isn't about a phone call. There is a reasonable doubt. There's enough here to say, we can get to Trump, but we should look at this because this is really bad. America, we are better than this. America can and must do better than what we're currently doing. Good night.